Karen from the HOA tried to write me a ticket for my trash cans being offset by 2 inches, but all she got was humiliation. I had just finished taking out the trash, making sure the bins were right up against the curb like always. It was one of those little things I never really thought about, until Karen showed up. Not even 2 minutes later, I heard the unmistakable sound of heels clacking aggressively against pavement. I turned around to see her storming up my driveway, clipboard in hand, a look of self-righteous fury on her face.
Do you realize your trash cans are out of alignment?
She snapped, pointing dramatically at the bins. I blinked. Excuse me!
They're 2 inches past regulation placement. That is a clear HOA violation, and I'm writing you a citation.
She started scribbling furiously on her clipboard. I stared at her. You're joking, right? She glared at me over the rim of her glasses.
I take my job very seriously.
I sighed. Karen, these are trash cans. They are literally where I always put them. It has never caused any problems. She smirked.
And now they're in violation.
She tore the paper from the clipboard and shoved it toward me.
$50 fine, pay within 7 days.
I took the paper and looked at it. You wrote this up in pen. This isn't even an official form. She scoffed.
It doesn't have to be. I'll file it with the HOA.
I folded my arms. Oh yeah? And who's going to enforce this?
The HOA board, of course, and I'm the one who…
She paused as realization dawned on her face.
I am on the board.
I raised an eyebrow. Exactly. You just made up a fine because you don't like the way my trash cans look, she huffed.
It's about keeping the neighborhood orderly.
At that moment, a city sanitation truck turned onto our street. The driver slowed down as he noticed the commotion. What's going on here? He asked. Karen spun toward him.
This resident has improperly placed trash bins. It's against HOA regulations.
The driver chuckled. Ma'am, as long as they are available, we don't care. It doesn't cause us any trouble. Karen's face turned pale.
But that's a violation of the HOA rules.
The driver shrugged. It looks good to me. I don't see any problem in this situation. With that, he drove off. I grinned. Well, there you have it. Even the city thinks you're overreacting. Karen sputtered, gripping her clipboard as if it was the last thing tethering her to reality.
This isn't the end. I'll show you who's boss.
She hissed before stomping off down the sidewalk. As I watched her retreating figure, I shook my head, letting out a small laugh. I glanced at the fake ticket in my hand before dramatically crumpling it up and tossing it into the trash can, the very same one she had a problem with. Just another day dealing with Karen from the HOA. At this point, it was almost a tradition, like some weird game we played where she made up rules and I ignored them. She'd be back, no doubt, but for now, victory was mine.